Well, hello, everybody. What's up, my friends? Sticks and Politics. And today, in this episode, we're going to be talking about the indoctrination of our children. Now, whenever I'm talking about our children, I mean like the youngest of our children, the youngest of the youngest. Shows designated for ages pretty much from 2, because they start getting out of the baby first TV stuff whenever they get around 2. My son's 1, so he does watch baby first, which I'm kind of glad, because I'm glad my son didn't see this, because this is kind of weird and creepy about what I'm going to be talking about. But if you do not believe that the indoctrination is real, it is very, very real. If you do not believe that they are after our kids, they are definitely after our children. Definitely after our children. And I've talked previously about the San Francisco Gay Choir, where they openly came out with and made a song about coming after our kids and doing stuff to them and teach and educating them about stuff that we really don't want them being exposed to, sexual shit. And they came out with a song about it, bro. They were singing about it, but they have since deleted the video. But that's a whole nother thing. We've already covered that. But this, what I'm talking about, and I'm going to put the video I am talking about in the link below, like always. Now, what we are getting at is Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon is a big channel, and I don't know if you've heard about this or if you've seen it. I think it's disturbing. I mean, I wouldn't say it's blatantly sexual, because it's really not. I mean, it's pretty well disguised as what a child would be watching. But if you listen to it, you know it's not something a child needs to be fucking watching. This is like Beavis and Butthead type shit. But anyway, so they have this, is it trans or drag queen? It's either a trans or a drag queen or something. I don't know quite what it is. But he sings a song on Blue's Clues. And I know y'all are aware of Blue's Clues. Whenever we were kids, we watched Blue's Clues. I don't know if y'all were that age, but I think I was a little bit too old to watch Blue's Clues. But I think, I've seen it plenty of times, especially now since I have a son. But I would have never thought that Nickelodeon would have a gay parade on Blue's Clues. Like, if you haven't seen it, I urge strongly urge you to click on the link below in the description and watch the whole thing in its entirety, because it comes from my man Ben Shapiro, which, you know, going through these videos, you'll be able to understand that I pull from and quote a lot of Ben Shapiro, because, I mean, honestly, whenever it comes to common sense and brains, boy's a Harvard graduate. The Harvard. The school that, like, whenever I was growing up, I was like, man, only 2 ways you got into Harvard was your daddy was a millionaire 100 times over, and he donated tens of millions of dollars to get you in, or your ass was really motherfucking smart. And Ben Shapiro don't pretty much come across to me as someone who was born with a whole shitload of money to where his daddy would invest $50 million for him to go to school. I mean, he's too down to earth. He's too appreciative and shit. But anyway, back to what I was saying. But it happened. Nickelodeon had a gay parade on Blue's Clues. Now, I don't know how many of you have watched Blue's Clues. I'm pretty sure you know what it is, unless you've been under a fucking rock. You know that the children who are watching this are like 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, 6 years old. My youngest daughter, she did like it. She used to like Peppa Pig, but now they've gotten in their cell phones and they like some kind of like this family who plays a video game or something on YouTube. But anyway, so I'm glad she didn't see it, and I'm glad she wasn't exposed to it. But the fact that they're putting this stuff in programming for toddler children, they say it's the push acceptance and tolerance and all this other stuff. And I mean, they're very, very pretty words, and they sound very nice whenever you say them. That's the reason why they're saying that instead of straight up saying, hey, we want to teach your kids about our sexual preference. Because that's pretty much all it is. Because psychologically, if you think about it, whenever you say sexual children, unless you're a monster, you realize that that's something that just don't sound good together. I mean, let's really think about that. Being gay is a sexual preference. Sexual, sex, kids, sexual kids, sex kids. Oh yeah. I put my head down because I'm ashamed, man. That's just, I don't see how we got here. I don't understand how we got. A lot of this will leave me lost for words, and I struggle to come up with what to say about these situations because they're so far outlandish and so far like out there that you would have never believed. I mean, if you seriously, you logically sit there and just honestly like put your controversial feelings aside. Being gay is a sexual preference. It is sexual. Being gay is about fucking the same gender as you. I mean, you can say you're gay all you want as a man, but homie, you're not gay until you suck a dick. I mean, you have to actually commit a sexual act, and to the core, that's what LGBTQ is a sexual community. And as far as like the exposure of our children to this stuff, and then going as far as putting it in cartoons for babies, you know what I'm saying? At that age, I don't think I ever remember like any of the like Blue Clues. Who was that rag doll that they had on the one show? They did the puppets, and it was a puppet king, and he like, I think he come out of like a tree or something, and he talked to him. Like, we had stuff like that, but like never once did they gays like the gay community likes to throw up in your face. Yeah, but you expose them to straight sexual relationships. No, we really don't, because I don't ever remember shows at that age where they would grope each other or kiss each other or something like that. Like, all right, like another instance, the movie Luca that just come out, Disney, Pixar, whoever the fuck did it. That movie was beautiful. I love that movie. It was freaking awesome. I thought it was gonna suck, and then I seen the reviews where LGBTQ community was mad that Luca and the boy wasn't fucking each other. Like, it's a story about a mermaid boy. If you haven't watched that, I strongly urge you to watch it. And if you want to watch it and you don't like spoilers, then you're kind of already in this. But anyway, I'll try not to expose too much. But generally speaking, it's a It's a mermaid boy whose parents are controlling. I wouldn't say controlling, but they're overprotective. And he's curious about the world around him, including the surface. The surface being our world. We're humans, we're the boat monsters, you know what I'm saying? But so he's scared. But whenever these mer people, whenever they come out of the water, they instantly turn into humans whenever they're dry. But if they get wet, their mermaid skin comes back, which is pretty cool. And but like the cartoons are modeled after, like, if you ever watch the Discovery Channel or the History Channel or whatever it is, where they actually talk about the real mermaids. That's generally what the actual real mermaids are supposedly look like. But anyway, he meets this dude, this boy, that's also his age, but he's a mermaid too, but he generally stays on land because his dad left him or something another like that. I don't know. But anyway, they end up becoming good friends, and then they meet some people that actually support them, and whenever they find out who they are, they accept them and all this other stuff. You come to find out there was other mermaids who lived amongst the people and stuff like that. It is a good movie. But the LGBTQ community and the targeted audience I would say, is 13 and up. I even think that 10 and up would enjoy it, but it might be a little bit too long for that age group. But I don't know, they might enjoy it. But it's generally speaking for 13 and up. And I understand, like, 13 and up, they start getting curious about the opposites of sex, but I wasn't thinking about fucking nobody at 13. I damn well wasn't being introduced to two boys falling in love with each other at 13. These things that they're upset about. It's kind of weird and it's kind of sickening, because this is going to be a movie that you're going to want to take your family to, like take my son to and watch, and take my daughters to and watch. This ain't something that you're going to want to expose them to. Like, why would you be upset about that? It's just creepy. But I'm gonna put the link in the video that I'm talking about with the Nickelodeon episode down below in the description. Push that like. If you want to share. It don't matter to me. But thank you for watching. Y'all have a blessed day. Sticks and politics. Sup, baby?